Hey, what's going on, everybody? Good morning. So I want you guys just to be able to get into Pearson this week. There's no bell work, no bell work test. You guys need to focus on the story and how it relates. And I need you guys to be able to get into to Pearson only this week. So what we have is we're going to be taking on one of the greatest stories that's in our contemporary literature time, and it's an excerpt from John Steinbeck's *The Grapes of Wrath*. So I want you to think about like when you guys leave one place and have to start over again. Some of you guys have done drastic things before. I have as well. When I was 17 years old, I moved from LA, from Los Angeles, to a small island called La Maddalena, Italy, and it took almost like 18 hours to get there. So, think about the times that we're living in today and think about some people around the world that they don't want to go back to where they came from. This kind of happened like on 9/11 also in New York City, where people moved from around the World Trade Center and some of the high-rise apartments and they left that area. So with this coronavirus stuff, I think people also may be wanting to move away from some of these areas as well. So what I'm doing is I'm breaking up this work that's required for this week. I'm breaking it up into 2 weeks. So next week there will be a writing sample. So be prepared for that. But this week there is no bell work, and this week there is no bell work test. But there is Pearson. And again, the story is called The Grapes of Wrath. I'm sure a lot of you guys have heard of it. So for the work that's part of this is going to be under Making Meaning section. We're going to be doing a comprehension check. We're going to be doing the research. We're going to analyze the text, and then we're going to analyze craft and structure. That's under the Making Meaning section, okay? So under the Analyze Craft and Structure on question 1, it says practice, and that's to be done on paper. And you're just going to make yourself like a little box like we did before, where I called it like the 9 box. So on this one right here, you're going to just look at the format, and then you're just going to go ahead and hold on to it for next week. But fill it out this week, put in your notes, and then hold on to it for next week, because next week is when we're going to be doing the writing sample. And then under the Analyze Craft and Structure section again, you're going to do that. And then question 2, and then question 3. So in order to answer that question in question 3, you need to look up on Oklahoma. It asks you, would this be similar to something in Oklahoma today? So you're going to have to look at Oklahoma, see what they do around Oklahoma for a living, look at the topography, look at the demographics, look at the things. What is Oklahoma about? You kind of need to look it up and check it out and see what they're all about in order to do that. And then you're going to go into the language development section, and you're going to answer questions under concept vocabulary, questions 1, 2, and then the practice. So all Pearson will be due by Friday at midnight. Contact me if you have any issues. And remember, if you're going to text me, that's cool, but make sure you have text etiquette. So if it's longer than 3 sentences, you need to call me, all right, or email me. And don't call me after 10 o'clock. Somebody called me like at 11:30 on Friday. That's ridiculous. There's no work that's that important that's going to allow that. So don't sweat it. Don't worry about it. All right. So good morning to everyone. It's good to see you guys. Good to see some of your faces here. Again, the only work that's required is under Pearson. If you go into your reading and literature section on Pearson, you're going to see the assignment that's due. It's under the Mr. C's work for 420 to 424. It's under discussion post there that you got. It says active discussion, and it's just there so that way I can put notes in there and stuff for you guys. I put an audio summary that you don't have to turn it in. It's just something to listen to. It's about the story. All right. I left the Dust Bowl open because it relates to the Dust Bowl, and there's another story in there that I'm going to hide right now because that was only for me to grade, and I finished grading all of Block 1's work. Also, report cards for the quarter grades are going to be coming out, so I need to be able to finish that up for some of you guys. Let's see. So I got all the grades and stuff for Block 1. I need to work on block number 2. So I'll be working on block 2 today. And then finishing up on block 3. So I just need you guys just to make sure you guys are doing the work. Listen, don't go in there and then just do the comp check and not do anything else during the week. That's ridiculous. You're wasting your time. You're wasting my time. You're trying to show your parents that you guys did some work and stuff like that. And then you hit the complete button, and that's a joke because you're not complete. And then you can't go in there to edit it. And then you say, oh, look at it, I locked it up. I can't get in there. Mr. C won't do it. Listen, I'm just going to give you guys zeros on that stuff. That's nonsense. Don't be trying to hustle your parents, and don't try to think you're going to hustle me, because I know everything that Pearson does, and so do you. Do not hit that complete button and turn in button. I don't care how OCD you are or how ADD you are or whatever you got or whatever people got to, I don't know. What I'm telling you guys is do not hit that turn in button. You deal with it. However you're going to deal with it, whether you got to go and eat donuts all week because you can't hit that turn in button or whatever, okay? You need to make sure that you do not hit that turn in button, because if you hit it, that's your fault. I can't reset it. So don't hit it. There's no need to hit it. Right? Right, Hannah? Don't hit it. Don't hit it. Trinity, stop asking me to hit it. Don't. Don't hit what? Come on, chime in. Don't hit what? That's right. Don't hit it. All right. Good job. All right. So that's all the work that we have this week, guys. It's pretty laid back this week, right? Because next week I'm gonna hook it up. Next week you guys are gonna be writing. So we have let's see. Yep. So just get into your reading and literature, guys. There's no bell work this week, just because the amount of work for that's going to be required. I need you guys to focus on the Grapes of Wrath and understand the story. It's a classic. I'm sure you guys have heard of it before. And then it's going to be a comparison with the Dust Bowl, so that's cool. Ava, my weekend was cool. Yeah, all the essays are going to be typed, Parker. Since everybody has a Chromebook, there's no need to handwrite it. Some people will choose to handwrite it. That's their own deal. If they want to choose to handwrite it and take a picture and send it to me, that's cool. But yeah, it doesn't matter. And the parameters have not been set yet, so nobody even start on it. There's no need to start. I don't even know how we're going to do it yet, because I got to figure some of the details out. Let's see. But quarter grades are due. I was going through some of the grades in here. A lot of people aren't turning in stuff, but that's cool. That's your deal, not mine. Let's see. Ava, my weekend was pretty cool. Let's see. Saturday, I was at church all day Saturday, just because I do a lot of stuff there. And then Sunday, oh, you know what? I saw that that series on Netflix called Waco. Dang, that was crazy. So I already knew about it. I was in high school at the time. I was a senior. So it was kind of cool to watch it and just to check that out. So I saw that. And then I'm trying to think of what movie I saw. Oh, I don't know. I can't remember. I'll have to look at my history on Prime and then on Netflix. But I saw Waco, and Waco was pretty crazy. Uh, that's historic. That's kind of like the times when your parents were in high school and stuff like that. So it was pretty crazy. Let's see what else. Trying to think of what else. The school. Oh yeah, check it out. So the district has sent out a survey. You guys need to do that survey. They send it to your school email address. Get in your school email address. Do the survey. They're like jumping down my throat, telling me to tell my kids. All I can do is just tell you guys to do it. I know Trinity, you had mentioned it last week to me. Just get in there and do that. And then let's see. Your electives, you guys need to pick what electives you guys want to do. However you're going to do it, I don't know. That's on you, not me. I would encourage you guys to get that done as soon as possible. I think they were due already. And then let's see what else. I think that's pretty much it on my end, guys. Does anyone have any questions? If you don't want to put it in the chat, you could email it to me or text it to me. That's fine. But other than that, that's really all we have this week. It's really to focus on Pearson. There's no bell work test this week, because the amount of Pearson is going to take up your time. I need you guys to listen to the Grapes of Wrath. It's only an excerpt, but it's about a 10-minute section. And it's a pretty good story. And some of you guys might even want to watch the movie or watch the rest of it, or read the rest of it. So I would encourage you guys to do that. It's a classic. You're going to end up reading it in high school probably. So take a look at it now. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead. If you guys got a question, go ahead and put it in there, or you can email or text it to me. And then let's see what else. For this week, guys, again, no bell work test. Get into Pearson under your reading and literature, and you're going to see the assignment discussion in there. I put everything in there. Just for some of you guys that have just logged in, the work that's for this week is under Mr. C's work for April 20th to the 24th. Zach, why don't you go through some of the old emails and stuff like that, so that way you can look that up. You didn't even do the work this week, so that's crazy. I'm looking through this stuff right here. I don't see your name turned in for nothing, man. I gave you guys like a hookup this week too, like 30, 45 minutes worth of work. All right, so no bell work, no bell work test. We're going to be working on John Steinbeck's The Grapes of Wrath. It's about really having to move from Oklahoma to California. And a lot of these people, if you think about it, everybody has the same stuff, right? And they're moving from one place to another. They can only take one pickup truck worth of stuff. That's it. And if anyone's ever been to Oklahoma, I've been there before. I've been through there, and you got to go across like the top part of Texas, the Panhandle of Texas. You got to go through like Colorado, New Mexico, and all that stuff. Coming cut across through Flagstaff to get to California and stuff. So with one pickup truck's worth of stuff, people were selling all their stuff in Oklahoma, but everybody had it already. So you had like 1,000 people trying to sell one thing, you know. So that's what it was about. And as you read into it, you're going to see like some of the issues. When I was 17, I moved from LA to a place called La Maddalena. It's in a little island in Sardinia, Italy. It's off the coast of Italy. And it took like 18 hours to get there. And so I was in the military, so that's where we had to go. So people, when you get rid of stuff, I bought a car over there at the German base in Germany, and then they shipped it to Italy for me. And as a matter of fact, I still have it. My kid has it. She wasn't even born when I bought it. It was a 1995 Honda Accord, and she still has it. So they beat that thing up. Both girls had it. Drove it all around LA and everything. So I'm breaking up the work this week into 2 weeks because next week we're going to be doing a writing sample. So be prepared for that. When you do Pearson this week, the Grapes of Wrath, making meaning section, we have Zach. I'll take a look at that, but I'm telling you right now, I looked through that and I didn't see your name in there. I might have been mistaken for last week or something, and if I was, I'm sorry. But I have Dust Bowl. I didn't see anything in there. Let's see. Under making meaning, we have comp check, we have research, we have analyze the text, and the analyze craft and structure. Under the analyze craft and structure, question number 1 is called practice. So to get that done, you need to do that on paper. So make sure you guys read the discussion because that's where how to do the answers are in there. I guarantee you, no one's going to watch the video. No one's going to read the discussion. They're going to go under this Pearson thing. They're going to see what's assigned, and they're not going to read it. And then they're going to say, Mr. C, what do I have to do for question number 1? I'm telling you, question number 1 is the practice. It says it's to be done on paper, and hold on to it for next week because next week you guys are going to do a writing sample. Then you're going to do question number 2, and then question number 3. In order to answer the question, you need to look up what Oklahoma is about. It's just for your own knowledge. Take a look at what they do for a living there. Look at the topography. Look at the demographics. What is Oklahoma all about? And it's not just about football, all right? Boomer Sooners, all that other crazy stuff. I get it. They're a big football team. They got all that crazy stuff. I got it. However, they're more than football. Look under language development. You got concept vocabulary questions 1 and 2. All Pearson work is due by midnight on Friday. Contact me if you have any issues. Have some text etiquette. If it's longer than 3 sentences, you need to call me or you need to email me. Also, if you're like Audrina, do not call me at 11:30 because I'm just going to look at the phone. I'm going to hit no answer, and then I'm going to text you back and say, don't worry about it, or call me back tomorrow or something like that. All right? So we ain't even handling that. It's just craziness. Calling Mr. C at 11:30. Dang. This is crazy. Ain't nobody got time for that. I have bronchitis. Let's see. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Y'all know you know that song. There was a fire. I was waking up to give me a cold pop. And I said, oh, Lord, there's a fire in here. I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Let's see. Dust Bowl. That's what I'm looking for. Anyways, let's see. So how was everybody's weekend? Anybody do anything awesome? Anybody do anything that was not so awesome? Anybody just sleep all weekend? Let's see. Yeah, Zach, it said that you did not even start. Says not started at all. Okay. So I don't know if you got something on your end you want to take a picture and send it to me. If you got something you want to send a picture, let me give you the number. You could text it to me. All right. That you did it. Let's see. And just show me what you got. Okay. It's 602. I'll write it down right here for you. 02 698. I just saw Elise in here right now. You got to write a bullet in your pool. That's just weird. Renee, you got a new puppy? That's cool. Text it to me. Let me see a picture. Grandfather and dad's birthday. Dang. Yeah, okay, Jared. Zach, you got my number right there. Don't call me during this thing. You got to uh, send me a picture of your work, man, because it's showing up as if you text me right now, Zach. I'll text you right back and I'll show you what it's showing me. All right. Let's see what I got. Bam. Come on, man. I saw that movie Waco or the TV series Waco. It was pretty good. It's pretty good. Uh, are you serious, Zach? Are they okay? Dang, big boy baller. Oh man, what kind of tube did you use? Is it one of those ones that you got to sit down in the middle of it, or is it just like an empty hole in the middle and you fly out of that thing? Big boy, big boy baller. Dang man, I'm glad they're okay, Zach. That's pretty wild, man. My brother-in-law, he was killed in 2003 on his motorcycle. He was at a red light actually, and some car hit him. He just just boom. So that's pretty crazy. Oh, it's one of those ones where you lay on your stomach. That's pretty cool. Yeah, I personally, guys, after looking at everything, I think they might open up the state at the end of the month, like May 1st. That doesn't mean school's closed for the year, so just that's never going to change. But I think like everything else will start opening back up. I personally just think by the end of the month, Arizona did pretty good through this, but here's the problem: is that if people aren't being precautious still, that people are still going to get sick, and then there's going to be like a second wave, is what they were saying. So, all right, Renee. Dang, Elise. What does that say to you? Jared, I don't want to see your TV. I got a 55-inch TV too, man. It's a flex. 8K. It ain't no 4K. I got 8K TV. All right. Mr. C's balling. Big baller, right? Elise? 4K. 4K. I use 4K for my video games. I got 8K for my TV. Anyway, all right, guys. So that's the work for the week. Make sure you guys get into Pearson. Make sure you guys look under the discussion post to what to turn in. Don't be wasting my time and don't be wasting your time turning in like two questions in the comp check and then thinking Mr. C ain't going to read everything. I read everything. And some of them answers in there, those things were crazy. I was like, Psh, did you even read the story? I mean, listen, if y'all ain't going to read the story and you guys are going to try to hustle your parents, try to do whatever, say you did the work, man, I'm gonna call home and I'm gonna be like, you may want to go in there and like check it out. Don't hit the turn in button either. That's crazy. You hit the turn in button, then you can't go back in there and fix it. And some of you guys that were crying and whining about hitting the turn in button, when I went through your work, you're missing questions. That doesn't make any sense. You're dying to hit the turn in button, and then when you go hit it, you can't edit it anymore. And then when I look in it, you're like missing like questions. You know, that's crazy. No, Parker. She doesn't know what kind of boat. All she does is just ride in the boats. She just puts her phone on the boat and she gets drugged behind the boat and she's just in the front of the tube so it sinks and it flips her over. That's all she does. I just told you her whole weekend. All right. Dang. Y'all go back to bed. We're done. All right. Make sure you guys get into Pearson this week. There's no bell work and no bell work test. She needs a faster boat so that way I can pull her. See ya, Ava. Jaron, get out of here. Go do your work before I call home. Oh, by the way, grades are coming out. What are you eating, Elise? What are you eating? Because I got some pizza from this place. Hey, Hannah, real quick. Hannah, are you still on? Hannah, if you're on, go to this place called Don. Okay, Don's in New York. It's on Camelback and 99th. All right, it's over by your house. It's over behind by the Home Depot there. It's called Don's in New York Pizza. Best hot wings ever. But their pizza's like a thin crust. The guys are from they're from Russia, and one of them's from Czechoslovakia. I've known them for like years, but I've been going there for a lot. I was there yesterday. It's a good place right there. Dang, Elise, you're gonna need a faster boat at least for that tube. And then if you go to Don's in New York, the hot wings are really good stuff there. All right. Anyway, so that's about it, guys. That's all I got. Make sure you guys get into Pearson. That's all we have to do this week. Um, yeah, I'm allergic to cats. Don's of New York, Hannah. Don's of New York. It's on Camelback and 99th, next to the Home Depot. All right. And then let's see. That's about it, guys. I want you guys to be safe. Remember social distancing at its best. Do not be hanging out with each other. Don't be playing volleyball with each other. Don't be playing video games with each other. Um, Stay away from each other. All right. 6 feet. 6 feet, no guard. Big baller. Whatever. Get out of here. 6 feet, no guard. Don't be getting near each other. All right. Take care, guys. If you guys got any questions, text message me, email me. Zach, email me or text me your screenshot of Pearson from last week with Dust Bowl. I'm telling you right now, man. I got my thing. As soon as you text me, I'm gonna show you what I got. All right. Yeah, I know, Christian. You're probably been in your house for like a month already, man. Anyway. All right, guys. Take care. Be safe.